good evening. It is Friday night. All right, guys. So it is Friday night comic talk, and it is the grand episode 4. So, how are we all doing, gentlemen?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Nice. All right. Well, I gotta get you guys to introduce each other. All right. Well, Geek Tropology and Explorer the Multiverse know each other. However, they have not met the Austinator nor Greek Time TV. So let's all do our mental form of shaking hands, exchange of ideas.
I'm. You may not be able to see it, but I'm actually. You taking my hand, and I'm actually shaking it in front of my computer screen.
Yes.
And the veins in my head are pulsating like the Talos 4 from Star Trek, the Telosians. I'm sending my mental powers.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, man. So, guys, how's our week?
That's Aquaman, right? Do you remember that cartoon?
Oh, I do. Hold up. Whoa, now we're a 6-pack of alcohol right now.
Ooh, Fenrir.
Yeah, so this is going to be good. This is going to be real good. So, guys, how's our week going?
I guess
I'm sorry.
crazy busy, as you know.
Fenrir, your microphone is in full Caitlyn Kennedy mode. Not working at all.
Oh, man. Well, we'll let Fenrir find his way amongst the world when he does. But either way, he is a part of the panel. And then Justin Orme, hey, brother. Hey, dude, if you want to come on in, let me know. I'll invite you in on the panel. I mean, it's a full house, but I don't mind. I mean, right now I'm in the belief of the more the merrier. So
yeah, probably gonna have my place on this one. I can't stay for long.
Okay, no, it's all good, Fenrir. So, all right, guys, we're just gonna cut right to it then. So, before we do, we all heard the news, and I just feel like we should all definitely have a moment to pay our respects to Mark C. I didn't know the guy too well, but I did interact with him a bit on Clobbering Times. He was always very, very cordial to me. And a man who knew his comic books, like, holy hell. Lord Thoth, hail to you, sir. Hail to you. But for real, it's just like, man, it's just crazy. Like, just so weird. Just people you've known from this incredible YouTube community. It's how much you can, like, really appreciate every human being in it. I love it. I mean, you guys want to have any input on this?
Yeah, he was always nice with me every time we met in the chat. I never spoke with him directly. I never had the chance, but he was a nice guy. Man.
Yeah, no, dude, I feel that, man. I really do. Like, and it was weird because I remember his tweet last month, and it sounded like things were kind of coming up Millhouse for him.
Yeah, it did.
I was just like, bro, what? Oh,
he was back in the chats. He was participating.
Hey, thanks for staying up long enough to pop in and say hi. I appreciate that, buddy. You are awesome. I appreciate you, man. And yes, R.I.P. Mark C. Right now I got a glass of alcohol in my hand, and I'm raising my glass to Mark C. So if you guys got a beverage or even water, whatever you got, raise that.
No, I got some
Mark
water.
C. Hey, water's good too. H2O, man, keeps us hydrated. All right, guys, you know what? Let's go into it. Berserker, number 1. That was the Keanu Reeves book that started off on Kickstarter and then made its way through the comic book racks at the shop, and now we're here with number 1. And I'm gonna give everyone a chance to speak their mind on it. So I'm gonna start off with Fenrir. Fenrir, sound off, my friend.
Thanks. I'm gonna be honest, this Berserker thing has been a huge marketing thing. It has been a storm. Literally, the store where I went through has had many people have been signing out to get pre-release for months. Literally waiting just for when it came out. I barely got mine on time. Literally, it was like a storm when it came in.
Was it really, dude?
Yeah, it kind of was.
Wow.
I mean, it was mainly a bunch of nerds and virgins, but it was still pretty hard to get through the entire fighting, though.
Damn, dude. That's
That's
crazy.
what we need in the stores, man.
Yeah, no, that's good. This is good for comic shops, right? This is
This is
very
good. It's still good. There's still people that love the shops, and I am happy to see this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've read the book and from saw the art was pretty okay. Like the style, it was amazing. The fight scenes looked great. My own thing is the story, though. I feel like it's missing something, to be honest, but it's pretty okay.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to add to it?
Well, I really hope this stays good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
It does not fall out what it is.
Ironcaster, evening to you, sir. Thank you. All right. Explore the multiverse. Why don't you sound off on your berserker thoughts?
Well, I like the the art was a little different, but it was still good. It is a different take of an immortal character, where the immortal character, the government wants to get him and use him, but this time it's switched, where he went to the government and he doesn't care if they use him.
Well,
And I thought that was a
on.
little different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that because it's something new, something we've
Mhm.
never seen before. It's always about trying to make sure they don't get the DNA or the blood or the secret of how how they're immortal. But this way, he's technically just giving it. And I am interested to see how this goes.
Awesome. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. All right. Cool. And thank you, dude. All right. Austinator, sound off, my friend.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, Boom Studios published it,
Yep.
and I do like Boom Studios.
Okay.
I've actually been reading a little bit of their Power Rangers line,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that was really good.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I've read some of those. Those books are the shit. But sorry,
Yeah,
go on.
Joe's too.
Yeah.
Oh man, and those are really good. So
And Transformers. So there's a lot coming out.
yeah, Boom Studios, I think I think Boom Studios is really impressive. It's like they're not like one of the big two, like
Mhm.
major comic book publishers, but I think they're definitely real. I would say they're underrated in a sense. So when I saw that Boom Studios was doing this, I'm like, oh shit, okay, this seems interesting. It's different from what I've read from them.
The main two companies right now are down. They are doing
Yeah.
Jack Squad. They are.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people have been paying more attention to places like Boom, Image. Hell, I've even heard
Indiegogo.
Indigo. I've even heard rumors that there's a chance that Wildstorm might come back.
Well, we'll see, man. Yeah, Austinator. So what were your thoughts in the initial book?
So as far as my initial thoughts, I like the artwork. I think
Okay.
the artwork it's different, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The action was great too. I really liked the action, and I will definitely say I think the story so far, I do agree there is something missing, but I think it might be because it's the first issue and not necessarily saying like nothing happened in this issue because it did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think like as the story continues, I think we're gonna get more. But I would say overall, it's definitely a really interesting take, and I can't wait to see more.
Awesome, Austinator. All right. Geek Tripology, buddy, you're up, man. Tell us what you
Okay,
think.
I did like it. It was
Alright.
interesting. The art. I don't know if you got this kind of comics, but there was these religious comics, these Christian comics that they used to sell here in Ecuador, and man, the art was simple, and they were trying to be pretentious, like oleo strokes, trying to get that painting vibe, and it was not right. It was a bit off, but
Mm-hmm.
that was the intention. And here I saw there was this close up of the eye, and it was just that, just lines of a brush against the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a bit that simplistic, but artsy. Huge quotes on that, but it's something that I haven't seen in years. So I love seeing it again. Yeah, the story needed some, uh, maybe not some explanation, but something else to get you into the story, get you into a good mood. Because yeah, it was lacking something. It
Mm-hmm.
was missing. It felt a lot like Logan, a lot like Wolverine, but without the
Oh,
key
oh, man.
component.
I remember now. This entire character has been reminding me of someone all this time, and I finally remember the Eternal Warrior
Yep.
from what's the name again? It was a comic with the whole Harbinger thing. What's it? Universe again? What's a comic?
No,
My brain's not collecting on it, but go on, geek.
yeah, this actually happened a lot, and the face and way of acting in anime. And if you see a nice comparison is with Alucard from Helsing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the way he was taking the hits, the way he was facing the enemy, the brutality. It was a lot like Alucard when he loses all the seals and he has his army around, but he is the only one fighting, and he's fighting fist to fist and bashing heads against the walls. Well, that's the sensation I got.
Nice, dude. Awesome.
I was bloody and I loved it.
Yeah, no, dude, awesome. All right, well, we got a newcomer on the panel. We just linked up a few days ago. He's Geek Time TV, and I am curious to hear your thoughts on it, buddy. After hearing your video on your channel, go on, my friend.
Yeah. The video is actually done by another person on our channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I did read it after. I watched his review because I cut it, but yeah, I just I was laughing reading it because it's Keanu Reeves unapologetically just going on a rampant violent streak, and much like a John Wick movie, just blood and guts. I did enjoy it. I do agree. I thought the story was a little simple. But it's a number one. I think the idea is to hook you quickly, kind of set the tone, and then as it moves on, and we saw at the end, it started to get into his backstory a little bit. So, I don't think that Keanu's going to fail us. I really think he's going to keep it entertaining. I don't think it'll be how should I put it? Bringing any identity politics or any subversive messaging.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be pure, unadulterated fun. I like Ron Garney's art. Ron lives near me. He doesn't
He's
live
a legend. He's a legend of comics.
I can actually probably get him to come on. It'll take a little finagling, but I think I can get it. He's not far from me.
I hear he's a good guy. Actually,
He's a really
I know
good
he.
guy,
He's a good dude. He's actually really cool with the fans.
Yeah,
and he had amazing art on Daredevil when he did the Charles Soule run, which
wasn't a great run.
Dude,
I love that run.
Garney did some next level shit on that book.
Yeah,
insanity.
Absolutely. I see his inspiration. He looks like he was inspired by Romita Jr.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I mean,
except he maintained the goodness. I feel like Romita Jr. a little bit past his best days, unfortunately.
John's gotten sloppy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is Klaus Janson, though. But we digress. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it, and I think the best is yet to come. I think this was just kind of a way to hook you in quickly. Just give us, a taste of what's coming. So.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Awesome. Very well-rounded opinions. I'll go off of my thoughts last. I enjoyed the book. I mean, it reminded me of two things. It reminded me of course, John Wick,
Yes,
and then
definitely.
B, it reminded me. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are rooted in the terms death metal, but it reminded me of Cannibal Corpse album artwork. Like, look at any album cover from Cannibal Corpse. It looked like that coming to life, but with Keanu Reeves instead of like an undead zombie. And
Yeah.
because like there were some super brutal moments. I'm like, man, Cannibal Corpse could have totally wrote a song about this, bro. So, and then of course, and like as much as I was enjoying the action, I'm like, no, seeing this action is cool, but we get a story. But then it kind of like, pulls a rug out from under you, and you're like, whoa, wait, hold up, he wants to be mortal. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
That's
like
really
that.
Yeah,
cool. And
definitely.
I feel like that was meant to. I feel like they gave you that sliver of taste. Hold on, nope, it's not just action for the sake of action. There's a deep reason behind it, and if you want to know, you gotta go further. And I feel like this is what that number one was setting out to do, and clearly it did its job. Because I told my comic guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely, I want to check out number two. So I'm looking forward to it. And what's cool about this book too is because most of the times when there's a celebrity name attached, it's usually not good, like at all. Every now and then you get an
Oh, like
exceptional guy, like
J.J. Abrams comics,
yeah,
like Spider-Man.
yeah, I
I am
know.
still looking for the new issues. Has any of the new issues come out yet?
Nope.
I am looking.
Don't.
And
I
you
got
know
up to
what?
number 5.
All the time I have been saying that right now Peter Parker is just a corpse in a string.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And they keep proving me right.
Whoa! What happened?
Oh, I
No,
think
he
he
disappeared.
Yeah.
probably took some. Nick, did you get it from where I think you got yours? I want to say.
Keats?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if we can say it or not.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we're not saying what town. Right? There could be there's a few Keats in the country, but anyways, hey, welcome back, Fenrir. I have no idea what happened, but oh, I'm looking forward to the number two. I mean, I love
I
Garney's art,
am,
and
yeah.
what's cool about also besides this book being where it's written by celebrity and it's actually good, there was one part that still had me skeptical going in. It was, oh, it's co-written. So how much of it is Keanu actually writing, or is this a Keanu Reeves by name? But then there's this one YouTuber I follow named Thinking Critical, and Thinking Critical did a video on Berserker, and Matt Kindt, the other co-writer, he actually wrote back saying, "Hey, just so you know, Keanu is actually very involved in the book, and he actually sent me an essay by email of what he's looking for out of issue number 12."
Awesome.
So I was just like, okay, so Keanu Reeves is in this for at least a year. Awesome.
He's one of
This
us.
is my-
Oh yeah, he's
He's a
totally one of
certified
us
geek. Yeah.
officially.
Yeah.
God, he's so cool.
He's not one of those fake celebrities who's constantly saying, "We're nerds, we know this, we're like
Yeah.
you," and shit.
Yeah,
He
I have-
actually is one of us.
Have you noticed that when he's on a celebrity town, when he's in New York, he's in LA, and they take a photo of him, he is with this sad, empty face, almost like he was depressed about being there. And when you see him everywhere else in the world, when he is shooting John Wick and such, and he's traveling, he has a happy face.
Dude,
Maybe-
you know what? It's good. He's breathtaking.
Maybe he just doesn't like those places. He really doesn't like that life. But in this comic, you can see a lot of that. He has a lot of rage, a lot of discontent,
Loneliness.
and you know what? That sensation of can we go to spoilers? Yep.
Yeah, no, go all the way with this, man. That's why
Okay,
we are chatting here.
that
We're not
sensation
holding
of
back.
I want to die. I have lived through that sensation, and being unable to is quite frustrating, quite hard, quite devastating. If you are already on depression and you are in that mode, every time you fail, it's not about the fact that you failed. It's about that there's another day after that, and another day, and another day, and Every day is a reminder of that sensation. And this emptiness is something that I see in the comic. Is
Dude,
yeah,
that you totally add a whole layer of the story just by you mentioning that, man.
Well, I think part of it, you're right. He's not part of this Hollywood system. He never
Nope.
really was. As
Nope.
popular as he is, I think he has complete distaste for that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yet he's got to play that game at some point in time, right?
Mhm.
You're right. So when he's away from that system is when he's happy, and when he has to do the publicity tours and all this kind of stuff, and has to
he's
to
miserable.
tote the Hollywood mantra. That's when he kind of sinks into a depression, maybe.
He doesn't like being a pretender. He just likes being
he's
a dude.
Yeah.
God, I love that guy.
Seriously authentic. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that's why I love some parts. The art is that simplistic art that you don't really care about what you are drawing. You care about the message. And it's the same with these Christian comics. And if you know me, you know I'm a full-blown atheist. So enjoying this kind of stuff as art is something that I actually enjoy doing. I don't care about the message as much as the art. And getting in there and seeing the way they try to convey only emotions, only have you ever been into an old cathedral and there's these demons on the paintings that seem ominous, that seem terrifying? It's only to impress you. It's a bit empty if you really try to look at the technique, at everything, but it's impressive and it gets you. And that's something that I saw in the art. If you see when he gets shot in the face, he covers a lot of the gore with only a splat of red. But you can see the tip of the bone, enough just to get the idea of what's there. They don't need to show you everything, they don't need to show you every bit of flesh. It's just that sensation, just to remind you you need to be worried about it.
Dude, well said, Pablo. Man, I love it, dude. This is fucking awesome, bro.
Wow.
Hey, I appreciate that. I feel like you alone just added like an extra layer to like how you can interpret and view a story, and I totally see where you're coming from, my man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
One of the things I did like about about Berserker is like I brought it back, like I said earlier, is the action, and I think, and just like some of the scenes that made me go, "Whoa, that's badass," was when, because he's immortal, and when I think it was like one of the soldiers was shooting the gun, and he grabs and he puts his hand over the gun, and then the guy shoots it, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, that's badass," and then when like he was like ducking like the bullet and like the bullet like just like went through. So I'm like, bro, that's sick.
Dude,
And then-
right?
When he shot, did it like blow off his finger? Let me see. Where is that? Do I have it?
Yeah, dude, it's cool that between that book and the Last Ronin from the Ninja Turtles, like at Keith's shop, it's cool to like see customers
A
who are
lot of
coming
gore.
between the regulars, and you also got people who are getting word about it, like, hey, and what's even more awesome about it, it's all young people who are saying, hey, what's going on here at this book? I want to read this. They're buying and reading it, man. And it shows you once again, it dispels yet another bullshit narrative about how it's an aging crowd. Of course, yes, that aging crowd is still in there. Of course they are. But to say that there's not a young crowd that doesn't want brand new comics is objectively false. And the proof is in the fucking pudding, man. When I went in there day one for Berserker and the day one for Last Ronin #2, I went for both day ones, and the result was so high in demand you were only allowed to pick up one copy off the shelf.
It's funny you say that because my local comic shop that I go to, he told me that the uptick in younger readers has like skyrocketed.
See,
and a lot of it is
Exactly.
they're tired of their Nintendos, they're tired of Netflix, they're tired, and So they're wandering into the shop and they're just asking him like, "What's good? Point me to what's good." And the last time I was there was 2 weeks ago. I'm late to go back, and when I was there,
I mean,
a couple of like teenagers came in that were already there that morning. They came in to buy more books.
God, that's
Yeah.
cool, dude.
in my place,
All
the
the
restrictions about going out are still going, but a lot of these people, a lot of kids, even some adults, a lot of them are literally doing all their best to just buy a comic book because these times literally made them hungry for stories, for adventures, for good media, good art, good visuals. It
And they're
literally
buying a ton of back issues too. They're buying tons.
Oh yeah.
good.
Not America Shop has. I know that's shocking.
yeah, I managed some of the kids to go to the shop where I go. I literally advise them to go to the '90s style. If they love action, to mainly go for the Jim Lee's X-Men run. You remember that
Speaking
one?
of classic runs, so anyone who truly knows real Marvel knows that the Iron Fist is an incredible Marvel comic book character. Now, his essential run was courtesy of one Ed Brubaker, and I managed to score a collected edition of that run. Yeah, it's that big thicky book too.
Yeah,
Like,
the one on our channel
yeah.
like that too. Yeah,
Dude, Ed Brubaker and Matt Freshes came from like 2008 through 9 when Marvel were at kind of like a high point in the 2000s at that time, right? They're fresh off of Marvel Knights, and you had characters like Iron Fist getting an essential essential run. Iron Caster, yes, Immortal Iron Fist, my friend.
Yeah.
I haven't read this since it came out, 15 years ago? So I can't wait to get back on it. It's gonna be like brand new, but like again. So
I have
I'm
never
excited.
read an Iron Fist.
Oh, dude, I'm serious, man. I don't screw around. Ed Brubaker is the best. I was just looking at that series today. Yeah, you were looking at it for a reason. This story is finding you, Ironcaster. It's finding you, my friend. And Geek Time, dude, right? Ed Brubaker, he was a game changer writer for Marvel, and I don't blame him for leaving. But God, whenever he tackled like practically anyone at Marvel, he always gave it his absolute best, and he would always deliver great. It didn't matter if it was Captain America, Daredevil, Iron Fist. He was like every book he had to like leave some great, awesome, lasting mark on it.
oh, perfectly said.
That's because you had people who love the characters writing the books.
And they wrote the characters as the characters, not saying, it's like Ed Brubaker. He became Danny Rand. He became Steve Rogers. He didn't say Steve Rogers was going to become Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, you mean like he actually researched the lore and learned about the character instead of just putting, like you just said, putting his own stamp on it and turning it into
Great examples of these people coming and just grabbing characters instead of actually doing research or giving any thought on it. Literally just alter to pieces of shit we can barely understand. Literally, I am just waiting to see fucking the Winter Soldier because I literally want to see a 16-year-old. I literally want to see a 16-year-old, barely my size, Flag Smasher beat up Bucky. That is all I want to see. I just want to get the common sense of that.
Oh, how many episodes do you think they'll hold off the lectures
sick.
till?
2.
I think around. No.
No,
I
they
know
are
what the
going
first
in
episode
route. They are going in from the get-go. You're gonna get a lot of SJW crap on the very first episode.
Yeah, and I know they're gonna base this around the Falcon run where he becomes Captain America, and that is super political to insane points. I really hate
because they they did that in the comic.
Yeah, they're
it's
headed.
political, but it is not analytic. It is only preachy, and that's the point. You know what? I do love a lot of political content on my entertainment. If
politics
is done well, because there's times when you actually care about how the world works, and if you have a nice structure like in the Lord of the Rings, you don't need to explain a lot. You need to only explain who is where and why.
Well,
If he got there by I don't know, selling his soul to Sauron using the Palantir. Well, guess what? His place is as a distrusted general of Sauron, and that Saruman. Saruman was never trusted. Sauron actually sent the birds to control him. And you know what? Everything failed. Sauron sent a fucking Nazgul to his door, and he was still trying to rob the ring from Sauron. But sorry, I was lost in the Lord
No,
of the
you're
Rings.
good, dude. When you speak, I listen, man.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Okay,
No,
but
but I
is
just
that sensation? You need to tell where everyone is and what everyone is doing if you want to convey a larger world. The world itself becomes a character, and you need to respect that. You need to work with that. If you are getting political and you are not setting up things and explaining how everything is working, then you lose the attention and you lose everything.
Yeah,
You don't care anymore.
world building's a lost art. And just look at
Yep.
the Disney Star Wars sequels.
oh my god.
It's just everything
Oh
there.
Christ, not
Yep.
that, please.
So
It's
they
there
will,
Enough of that.
and they will tell you, Falcon is black, Falcon is black, Falcon is black. Okay, but what's the nuance?
Right.
Or if he's black, is only one character that is racist, or do you have a inner cult? Are you going to explore that right? Are you going to make them humans? Are you going to give them a fair retribution for whatever they do? If they do something bad, are they going to get a payback? Because that's something that in every single movie since Endgame, and I will say in Endgame it is a bit too. They don't even care about any consequence of anything at all. If
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
see Far From Home,
Heroes have killed a lot of people. If you look right, they've killed a lot of people, and they're supposed to be the heroes in that.
It's funny. I watched Man of Steel last night, preparing for the Snyder Cut, and boy, oh boy, talk about not caring about people.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Oh,
dude! You
that
just
is
opened up a
true.
whole other can of worms.
but you know
That's
what?
my most
Most of the fights
controversial
among
video on my
most of
page.
the most
Entire
of the fights on Man of Steel are started by someone else. If you are already in a fight, you cannot take care of the situation.
it made sense in no position. That entire movie, the logic was stupid. How did Zod get all the Kryptonian powers in just one day when literally Superman took him years? We literally saw him learning flight at the exact moment that he learned it. He would
Maybe
literally be more
because he was accustomed to his body.
Dude,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Literally, the whole movie was never
it
about
makes no
stakes.
sense.
I knew that a bunch of Kryptonians were going to show up. I wasn't scared. I knew Superman could actually beat them because he was literally under the sun longer than them, so he was stronger than all of them, meaning that they were never an actual threat if this was the comic books. They would never be an
Yeah,
actual
but
threat.
they never use comic book logic to comic book movies, and
I
that's
don't
something that they are getting wrong.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm glad you mentioned the comic book logic because man, did Clark's parents give him the worst advice
They were
ever.
horrible.
Oh,
He was
it's
heart-
like
the father
they
was
got
heartless.
oh, I know, like the most heartless parents. They're supposed to be the the small town, suburban, loving parents, and they were like, and then Jonathan's like, "Don't save him." It's just like,
What
ugh.
the hell?
Let a school bus full of kids die.
Yeah.
That's their secret.
To kill Bob Kent is just give him a heart attack because it's literally something that he can't stop. Superman can't stop. It needs to be something that he cannot stop. Superman could literally destroy a tornado in seconds without even being seen.
That's
That's
I
the-
said that on a stream yesterday. That to me, in the Christopher Reeve, the Superman 1978, the line that really resonates is after Jonathan dies, and he says, "All my abilities, all these things I can do, and I couldn't save him." You know, like that's the point.
Oh man,
And
That's strong.
that part was just like
Doesn't matter how strong you are, how fast you are. There's always something you can't do, and you have to accept it.
Right. There are
And that
things that
part
are out
was
of your
just
control. Right.
heartless, like because he's like, let all the you should have let them die. He's like, maybe. It's like what?
Oh, I
He's
know.
supposed to be good.
I
This is
know. I can't think about this movie. I've had so many of these Zack Snyder discussions. I know. All right,
Okay, you
I'm gonna
know
move
what
to
kind of family is it in Man of Steel?
Kansas.
Yeah, one of those incestuous families that they don't want to tell the son that they are brothers.
All right,
Just
I'm
saying,
gonna.
we need to take this to the grave, and if you have to kill everybody else, and then you get a full chainsaw massacre just because.
Yeah.
Oh my God, King's apology, you're killing me. I mean, it's funny. It's also sad because of how right you are with that comment, dude. But okay, I gotta mention Iron Castle. They tried to sell them on the diversity now before they've even bothered to sell you on a story. Look at how they first unveiled the Eternals. Oh,
Oh,
I know,
God.
right,
That was
dude?
That
And then
was
for the whole Superman, it came off as a big city riders looking down the little guys in the middle of nowhere. God damn.
Does
Ain't that the truth?
anyone know anything about the Eternals, story wise?
Nope. I don't
Yes.
even care.
I do. I'm a huge fan of Jack Kirby's work. From what I understand, in the beginning, it was all about his entire species of humans that were involved by the Celestials that fight against the Deviants, and that was
Yeah,
just
but that
Oh no,
was
no, I meant the
50 years
movie.
ago, and then they changed everything because
about the movie. There's no plot. There's no character information.
So there's
Oh, we're getting
nothing out there about the movie.
no, in the
Some-
comics they lost the characters of the Eternals to a lot of crap. They have
yeah.
been using them for a lot of shit a long time ago. So the Eternals now have nothing to do with Kirby's.
Yeah, they always just bring them around to kill them because they know they can always bring them back easily, and that's pretty insulting.
Yep.
They always die every time they're brought back.
Oh, you know, none of these characters are gonna die.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious
that
why.
actually doesn't give much of depth. If we know they're not gonna die, there's not much consequence in this.
You
I don't
can't kill these characters.
Why we haven't seen anything else from this? This has been done for a while, hasn't it? Like, wasn't this supposed to be out first? Like,
It
before
was
Black Widow?
second. It was supposed to be second. It was supposed to be
Okay.
Black Widow, May of 2020,
Yeah.
with Eternals, November 2020, and then they moved Eternals to February of 2021. Then they moved it to November 2021, which is a whole year after it. And oh yeah, in Ironcaster, once again, this guy clearly has been keeping up with the news on this. Marvel boasted the Eternals movie a diverse cast, first deaf superhero, and the first gay kiss. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they
And
did.
There's a deaf
nothing
hero in it?
about a plot. Yeah, they led with it, and then they were saying how they need to make the movie closed caption for everyone to watch.
And
Noise
they
me-
haven't put out a trailer or a teaser or anything for this thing. Like,
They
Black
put
Widow
out
did
that
teasers
weird
out-
calendar picture
Yeah, that calendar photo. looked
That's all I
awful.
saw. Right, the photo.
and the Lego sets leaked.
Guys, you know what really grinds my gears is they're literally altering the comics in the name of the movies. They literally altered a character's gender based on a weird disease that never existed of the internals, where every 2000 years every 20,000 years they altered gender from male to female.
I
And
don't know.
now
That's
Turn-
open season for them.
Oh, that's just wonderful for them.
Like,
I'm just waiting to see the runner to see if they're gonna do the same thing and turn him into a black woman. Despite the
How
fact that
does that happen? You just wake up and okay, I have a vagina now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
That's
you guys saw the article John Trent posted on Bounty Comics today.
this happened
What do
literally
you post?
15
You
years
can share
old.
the
So
screen if you want, Geek Time. You're welcome to share the screen, buddy. Go ahead and contribute to the show. Go ahead and find it.
This kind of says it all, and it tells you where they're headed with this. The WandaVision showrunner has never read a comic. She has no idea what.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
saw
heard
that.
that.
I read that last night on Comics Division. We were talking about it on Thursday night Throwdown. Comics
Yeah.
Division.
Okay, yeah.
The real question.
she knew nothing about Mephisto.
No, the
literally,
real
she-
question.
And knew nothing about Mephisto.
Does she even know how to read? or does
said
she
that.
communicate
No, she said she doesn't know how to read a
emojis?
comic.
She found it difficult to read comics. She said, I didn't even know what cell to look at.
Yeah, if she
What?
cannot read comic books, I doubt she can read any book at all.
No.
Can we please give people who
The
can at
TV
least
guide,
read comics writing this?
the TV
Exactly.
guide will be like a Bible for her.
Yeah, and if you go to her IMDb, she's done like 2 things in the
What's
past.
up?
Like, she's
I don't
not-
want to
she
look.
has no
I don't-
experience.
I don't care as much if they just done a few projects because if they got the talent for it, some can be. But the thing is, obviously, it's not always the case. But clearly, I don't think it's about the talent. It's about the quota, the checkbox that they fill out. They look different, and somehow that's going to magically make the movie great.
Yeah, they say the right things. And
Yeah, they say the right things. It like off like a damn script. It's funny because and we've all heard this before. The whole anytime you question something, you're some alt right straight white male. It's funny because I mean, not to bring up race on our panel, but I mean, Geek Time. I don't know what you look like, but I do know on this panel we're all guys of very different backgrounds on this
Yeah.
panel. And we didn't get together because we look different. We want to have a comic talk. It's not about how we look. We're just like, oh hey, we can talk about comics. And I'm mixed race. I'm half white. I'm half Puerto Rican. And we got Geek Tropology. Obviously, you guys know.
I will just only say this: my speech pattern is not only because I'm a bit tipsy all the time.
Oh my god, dude! You're the MVP of this Friday night panel. That's why I love having you on here, Pablo.
Thank you, man.
Oh god damn! But no, for real though, it's fine because it's fine because if one of us actually questioned them, that of all of us more different looking individuals, they would try to ignore us because that goes against this narrative they're trying to push.
absolutely. Yeah, I saw I forgot the name of it now. There was a Star Wars podcast that cut a video, and they took all the YouTubers, like,
Oh, I heard
Yeah, that's been
that.
going around.
and they
You know-
cut it and make it sound like we're all like goose stepping, hate.
These guys know that the more they do this and get no reaction from us, the more they make us look like we're the right side, right?
Yeah,
They do
right.
because we're not doing anything. They're the ones literally shooting at us, and we're just sitting down in peace. They're taking the first shot, proving that we're right.
Just because we have the nerve to criticize bad content.
Yeah,
And don't
right.
Sue Ray Palpatine.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
My god! That's We're not going to even go there. Okay,
No.
we're going to go into the next subject. And we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. This is probably going to lead to some very interesting discussion. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while with the right group of guys. With like, this is the right conversation. And well, now I've found those
Dude,
wonderful
if you're coming
gentlemen.
out of Narnia, it's okay.
We're going to talk about the concept of superhero mantles, what we like, what we don't like, if we love them, if we hate them all. This is gonna be good.
When you sent me that, I've been thinking.
That's good. No, that's what I want you to do. I want you to think. So, once again, we're going to round it off, and this time I'm going to have Geek Time TV. He's going to lead with what he has liked, or what he doesn't like, or if he likes, or if he hates them all. Sound off, my friend.
Can I go second?
Okay. All right,
I gotta
Pablo.
think about that actually. You just caught
Pablo,
me by
it's all
surprise.
you, my
Okay.
friend.
Yeah. First of all, you know what? In comic books, there's a lot of mantle exchanging. There's a lot of characters that inherit names and inherit powers. But in other mediums, we have this almost constantly. If you see anime, if you see even the Power Rangers had a mantle pass. So
I
yeah,
mean-
that's
Power Rangers is literally just passing the mantle every new season.
yep. So basically, we have this notion inside of our brains that at one point we need to take the roles of our fathers, of the people on our community. And something that SJW weirdos don't get is that you cannot avoid that. There's this inevitability on life that at one point you will have to face adulthood. You will have to take the role of the father of the chief of the tribe. And in that process, you will actually have to take the powers of your fathers, of your ancestors. You will have to take their knowledge. That is a mantle passing. And that is something that is with us all the time. That is something that is permanent in every single culture because you know what? Everybody gets old. Everybody dies. Yep. And everybody faces the inevitability of having to take care of yourself. Maybe even if you're a king and you have everybody else to take care of you, you go to the shitter, you have a heart attack, and you may need help. And if you cannot crawl out and get the help, you are dead.
I
So
just
at one
thought,
point, even the most powerful man will have to get help, will face the reality that he is alone, that he cannot do things that way. So,
No.
yeah.
Okay. Is there any characters in comic book lore that you have, Doug, or ones that drove you up a wall, Pablo?
uh, in which sense?
Like Wally West, Barry Allen, Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, or even Steve Rogers, Bucky Barnes. Or has there been a passing of mantles that you liked, or ones that you felt
Oh yeah.
strongly against? Which ones
I
did
get
you
you.
like or did not like?
Okay, first of all, on the Green Lantern Corps, we have a lot of passings.
Oh yes.
So, for instance, Hal Jordan, I love the way he got the ring. I love the way he almost turned it by getting the ring because that's getting the ring, getting the power is the first step in his downfall. If he didn't got the power, he would have been a normal person, I bet. But you know what? We got at least 5 good series about that,
Yeah.
including Brightest Day and
Blackest Night. Yeah. Now,
yeah,
do you like the other ones like John Stewart,
yeah,
Jessica
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cruz? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
He's
there's
the
ways,
Lantern.
yeah, there's ways to convey the weight of the mantle, and Green Lantern has a lot of that. Then,
Yeah, that's not always a good idea, too. I mean,
yeah,
you have passing of a mantle is not always good, especially. Okay, for example, there's a show called Young Justice. In the end
Yeah.
of its
Great show.
second season, Kid Flash died. Wally, he died, saving the world.
yep,
Then, really at the same end of that episode, the character Impulse took the name of Kid Flash, which,
Yep.
of course, Wally gave it to him as his mantle. The problem is that I didn't always feel okay with that because he was Impulse. Kid Flash was Wally. And Bart is his own person. I mean, I know it happened in the comics, but if he's taking the mantle, no one knows that Wally died as Kid Flash. What if he messes up and does something incredibly bad, and people start blaming the other Kid Flash, Wally, for actions?
you know
Look,
what?
when you take
That's a great story to tell.
Ooh, man, Fender. These companies need to be listening to what you got to pitch. You can make a
Yeah,
good story just off of that, brother.
I don't know. These guys are toxic.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. Geek time. Geek
Yeah.
time. Why don't you sound off on your thoughts on mantles, likes, dislikes?
Dislike. One that popped into my head was Jane Foster, and we're gonna get that.
Oh, toxic
They
bad
get
food. God
nothing
damn it,
worth
guys! Before we go
it.
forward, My guy, Toxic Man Flu. Nickweiser flavor number 8, Tree Sap Love Lou.
Oh, I just had a flashback to Stephen Walton's stream yesterday. Did you see that with the tree thing?
Oh, I synced it. I synced it. Trust me, I synced it. Oh, God. Oh, how's it going, Man Flu? You spreading your flu everywhere? Anyways, geek time. Go on.
The Jane Foster, but I thought of one that's better, that's more epic. And it's very recent. It's Ryan Wilder finding a Batman costume
Oh my god!
next to her van down by the river, and she puts it on and becomes a superhero automatically.
That was
No training
the worst
required.
thing.
That's mantle passing right there.
That was the worst thing ever.
Sorry, I had to be the negative.
No,
guy.
you had to. No, you're right. I did ask.
I'm just
What's the worst
waiting to see if the next Batwoman get the suite and everything, the training, everything by smashing empanadas with Ryan Wilder.
Yeah, right.
She got magical aids that turned her into Batwoman because she fucked another Batwoman.
Guys, there's
In all
my
seriousness,
head
one of the best, I think, mantle passing.
since season 2 started. This is a weird question. Ryan found the suit abandoned, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And Ruby Rose was supposed to be using it like Batwoman.
Correct.
Then does this mean that somewhere out there, Kate Kane is right now walking around the streets of Gotham naked because she left the bat suit?
No,
She's probably in some she died in a plane crash, apparently.
Nobody
No.
will notice her
As
if she was naked.
been watching it.
Do you pay attention to every plank of wood that you see around? Yeah, she's invisible.
I mean, this is Gotham City. The Court of Owls exists, and they have highly trained assassins that are basically immortal. So, yeah, there are easier ways to do it.
Yeah. Well, you're getting technical.
Yeah, right. We're being too smart now about this. But yeah, go on, Geek Time.
I was just
Anything
gonna
else you want to
say,
add?
yeah, I have one positive one. I can't be the negative Nelly the whole time here. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh,
Ah.
good one. Good one.
That is a really good one.
Odin making
Yeah.
him another hammer.
I haven't read a Beta Ray Bill comic in 7 years.
He actually has a solo book coming out, coming up, and it's written and drawn by this guy named Dan Johnson, who lives in my home area. He's from the Chicagoland, and he wrote some killer Image books. One was called Extremity, and then the other was titled Murder Falcon, where that's his more metal based book. And then he did Wonder Woman Dead Earth, which was Black Label for DC. Which, personally speaking, I love that book because I was basically Wonder Woman in a post-apocalyptic world and trying to rediscover her humanity. And his style is very bombastic, very colorful. But it's like dark but very colorful. Lots of action. Like, he loves action, and every book he does, he writes and draws, which is like his theme. And he's doing the same thing for the upcoming Beta Ray Bill mini.
Okay,
So there
it
you
is
go.
from
Yeah,
the
Beta Ray Bill.
main Marvel universe.
That Simonson run was epic. It was
Walt Simonson. Yeah, dude. If you're talking Walt, so yeah, I mean, the initial first
The
fight
initial
between
one, yeah.
Thor and Beta Ray, where Beta Ray actually gave Odin's son a run for his money.
Yep.
Beat Thor. That's the point. Beta Ray Bill beat Thor. That's how he won the.
Worthy of the hammer, right?
Yeah.
All right. Austinator, let's hear what you got to say about Mantles. Likes and dislikes, my man.
All right, so as far as like the passing off of Mantles, it's a very huge risk. I think it works when it makes sense. And there are instances where it does work for the most part. Like, for example, in the Ultimate Spider-Man line, where Miles became Spider-Man after Peter's death, I think that ended up working. I was actually genuinely surprised by that.
Go on.
To an extent, I think Wally made sense because he was Barry's sidekick.
Okay.
And it would have made
Nephew. Friend, don't forget that.
they have, and he had the same power. So I was like, okay, that does make sense. But there are other times where, sure, it looks good on paper, but other times it won't work because it mainly comes down to execution. If it's not executed right, it's going to be bad. And for example, like I think another example with the Flash is Bart Allen. I think Bart is an example of not necessarily great. It was, I mean, there is probably a reason why he did not last that long as the Flash.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was saying. Bart Allen is literally one of the few DC characters really not that much of a. He's not that great to pass any of the Flash mantles. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you hear? So apparently her career must really. She wants to climb back. And I mean, hey, Seddy's Rock fan, did you guys get worried about that? Because that's hilarious that she wants to come back.
Yeah, I saw a rumor floating around that she's.
Gentlemen, I must apologize, but I must leave in a moment.
Okay, Fenrir. Hey, if you have time to come back, awesome. But if not, buddy, in case you don't come back, why don't you plug your channel in, my friend?
I think I'll be able to come back, and I have a few bad news to give in this moment. But out first, my name is Frederick Ashwell. Please subscribe to my channel. That is a request. I wish to go to 100 before I at least send one video out. I already have 55 because I have a great line of subscribers and awesome people who are waiting for me to do something great and love seeing me on these crazy streams. Okay, here's the bad news. My phone, my main way of making streams and videos is, well, damaged. The screen is fucked up. So I'm either going to have to buy a new phone or fix it, and I will be out of commission for a long time. So I won't be able to do my premiere stream that was coming a week from now. But I will try to fix this as soon as I can, and when it is fixed, I promise you will see me on the stream.
Sounds good, dude.
Dude, I'll give you the same advice that I was given yesterday. Trust in the community.
Trust the community, man.
Yeah,
He's right.
I'm having right now troubles with my PC, and someone told me, why don't you try to fundraise for the part you need? And you know what? There's this sensation that we need content. We need people talking some rationality into all of this. So yeah, people is willing to keep your voice here or to give you a voice here. So reach out, try it.
So please, as Pablo said, please people subscribe to my channel. Good luck to you all. I will work hard to make sure that the stream will be up and running as soon as I have a new phone that is capable of going up.
All right, Fenrir. You have a good evening, bud.
Later.
We'll have Nick here, one of my favorite alcoholic senseis, and Pablo.
Thank you. I'm not worthy, but thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, my man. Have a good evening, all right?
Nick, please, as long as I'm out of commission, check out the script I sent you.
I will. I've already read your first one, and I promise I'll read your second one. And you know I dug the first one, so I will read the second one. I promise, dude, all right?
He's super fucked up, especially if you know G.I. Joe mythos.
I know some. We'll talk, my friend, all right?
All right, then. Peace, dude. Peace to you all.
All right, let me get back onto our full panel here. All right, so Austinator, I think Austinator, did you complete your thoughts, or do you have any more thing you want to add?
I have some more on this.
Yeah, sound away, my friend.
Yeah, like I said before, where like it may look good on paper, but it doesn't necessarily work. I will even give like this example of Dick Grayson being Batman when Bruce was killed at Final Crisis. Not necessarily in the sense it was bad, because I don't think it was horrible. It was in the sense of they did try to rewrite Dick's character to be more like Bruce.
I like it more Azrael because of that.
Yeah, like Azrael, I would say worked for what he was basically, because again, I don't think he was supposed to be Batman for very long.
No, but he was a twisted version of Batman.
You guys, Toxic Man. Does the Flash use lube to keep his balls from catching fire from fiction? That could be an advertising opportunity for Walton's ball.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? You know what? The Speed Force is a hell of a lube.
Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh my god, somebody's laughing.
Yeah, I don't think he goes very long.
Well, for him, it's a long time in his time. In his time, it's probably taking like an hour or two. For her, it's like 30 seconds.
But
You
he
know
probably
what?
bounces back quickly though too.
Watching a flash porn movie will be like watching a midget porn movie. It will be too short.
Down.
Oh my god. Anyways, Toxic Man Flu always has a way of keeping her eyes on the script, but keep going, Austinator.
Well, no, I was agreeing with the Azrael thing with him when he was Batman during the Nightfall storyline. I think, and again, that comes down to execution. And I think it works if it's like in a story perspective and execution, where like Azrael and like even like a Wally West, they work. But then when you also got like stuff like, and I think you hit it on the head with Ryan Wilder, I believe, for Batwoman. That was horrible. Like when we're talking about horrible, like that was like the worst thing I've ever watched.
It fell out of a plane.
Like, because you hit like she basically steals suit, like so anybody could have stolen it.
You know what? Maybe
That old man.
Maybe the previous owner had chlamydia and no. Well, Ryan Wilder might be the crap woman.
It's just like the Rey Skywalker Palpatine thing. She gets her hands on the lightsaber and suddenly she's a Jedi. It's the same.
I
thing.
did an edit of that, and it is the scene where she goes, Rey who? Rey Skywalker. But I removed the Rey Skywalker with the audio of the scene of Palpatine saying, "I am the Senate."
Nice.
Right.
Yeah. So who are you? Rey who? Gives a look at Luke Skywalker, like mocking him. I am the Senate. And she goes away. That is how the movie should have ended.
Yeah.
And there.
If it
and
did end with that, I'd be like, this movie became better.
I had a concept for what they could do to make better sequels just by keeping a bit of that sense in there. You get.
Oh, we're never gonna get better sequels.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I don't care about the Star Wars as much, but
I stopped caring. Like,
yeah,
for so long after
The Rock make me angry.
The Rock thing
I
pissed me
say
off. I'm
that
like,
much
fuck.
because I know there's a bit of me that still can feel pain, and if they throw a rock at me like they did, literally they throw a rock at us.
I said, I think I said to my friends, like, you know what? I think we just walk away from it, let them burn it, and then years and years from now, maybe we can save it. But right now, they don't want us. They don't want to hear
Let them
us.
have it. Yeah,
So then,
let them have it.
Let them have it. I'm not watching it. I'm not going to buy any of the shit, and that's what I'm going to do. And you know what? If they just want to go around saying, "Oh, we're better," it's like, fine,
okay,
keep it. Yeah. And then when it's burnt in the ground, like, what happened? Oh my god!
I love that I get to be around the man flu 2 to 3 times a week, and because
if I
of
put
shit
that
like
on
this.
Twitter, I'll get so much.
Have you ever seen the life of
What's
Brian?
up, Wadsworth?
The life of Brian.
No,
I've heard
the
of
movie
it.
from Monty Python.
That's brilliant. I love that movie.
Yeah. There's the scene where the women are putting fake beards to go to the lapidation. You know what? Maybe we just say Jehovah too many times, and now Caitlyn Kennedy with a fake beard is throwing us a rock.
But no, but But like I said, I'm done with it. I'm done. Even if she even if what's her face like Kathleen Kennedy, even if she leaves, and they give it to someone else, I'm still like, no, no, no. You either gotta be like, all right, we're erasing everything, we're starting over,
No,
and
that's the point that I was making, and this is from a writing exercise perspective. You will do something like this, okay? And this is taking the Mandalorian into account. Finn, first scene, Finn gets into the ruins of an ancient Jedi temple, and he gets trapped by the new Jedi. So he sees a bit of Ahsoka, a bit of Grogu, and then you jump to Rey. Rey is fighting in a market. She's getting cornered. Okay, she gets the saber out. She's angry. You can see her tension. And when she ignites the saber, goes the yellow light, then a bit of red, and you start to see a bunch of lightning coming out of her and mixing in the saber. And the color of the blade is turning red. And you see she is still Palpatine in the flesh, and she is starting to get turned by Palpatine. The rest of the series will be a Finn finding a way to defeat Rey, to actually kill Rey, because that diet thingy that they did, it was because the sister was dead on Mortis, so there was no longer the diet of the Force. When she absorbed the power of Kylo Ren and the power of Palpatine inside her, she became an avatar for the Force that is getting corrupt by the soul of Palpatine. And you will get Finn to fight her as the ultimate evil of the Star Wars universe and defeat her. And if you want to elevate a black character, that's a way to do it, by the
no,
way.
China will never let him do it.
Yeah,
True, sad but true.
they will never do something like that, but you know what?
They don't
There's
got the
ways.
balls to do it.
They don't. No, they really don't. They really don't have the balls to do it, and that's the saddest part is how you're right on that. I mean, Explorer, you're right, man. That's it's true. Like as says is. I mean, yeah, Fred China, Fred.
Sometimes, and this is something from Japanese culture, sometimes to get something to its final form, first it must break.
And I
And if you
think
have seen this pottery that they reconstruct using gold glue, and they make it more, even more beautiful, that it was a base that was 500 years and now is broken, and then they transform it into a piece of art that will live through 1000 years, 2000 years.
yeah, but what they're doing with Star Wars is they're taking that pot and they're not just breaking it; they're pummeling it into dust.
Yeah, that's
So there
that's
is
what
no gold to glue it together.
Damn,
Well,
shots
that's the
fired,
sad
bro. I mean, all right. Well,
It's Dr. Who.
Explorer.
It's all of it.
Yeah, no, it is all of it. That's true. Guitar Explorer. I think you're ready. I think you're ready to sound off on some opinions on Mantle stuff from your likes and dislikes. What are they, my friend?
The mantle passing it doesn't really work that well because even like Austin, you said with Dick Grayson getting the mantle of Batman, it you liked it, but you always want Bruce Wayne back.
Exactly.
But and then they try to make him kind of like Bruce Wayne, but then that's not really who he'd be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they kind of try to do it again with Damien. And that didn't work because
Damian didn't.
he's more psychotic.
And the thing is with like the mantle passing too is like it usually doesn't last long. Like it may
Yeah.
last a few years, but then it just goes back to the original person.
No, they can make it permanent in DC. They have shown us that. Batman 99 or Batman of the Future, as we know it worldwide, it was a perfect way.
Oh, you mean
to
Batman
pass-
Beyond?
Yeah, Batman
Yeah,
Beyond.
Batman Beyond did it very well.
Batman
by the
Beyond
way.
did
As
it
far as
right.
cartoons, yeah. Oh man, that
Because
show's so good.
You can pass the mantle of a character. You can do it, and you can do it great.
it could work, but the only way that worked is because Batman or Bruce was still alive to pass it on and train him.
Yep,
If you do it where Batman died,
respecting the mantle.
you can always be counting on Oh my god.
Dude. I was actually getting worried about doing the Leo Casey voice because Leo Casey maybe it's offensive and someone will cancel me. But then the factors at Disney made an introduction for the book where they get him speaking like that. And now I'm doing an actual good representation of the character as is seen by Disney. So, hello, I'm Lex Casey, and tonight I won't be solo. I have a rock hard partner, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
They did it!
Oh
Austin,
my
yeah.
god. All right. So,
Yeah,
anything else you want to add, Danny, or no?
But just, I mean, just like Austin said, it can work for a while, and then it needs to go back to being the right person. Unless you do it like Batman Beyond, where Bruce is technically still alive and he's mentoring him. But you can't do it if Bruce is dead completely, and that's how he takes over the mantle, because that just doesn't work.
Like
Riri
Another-
Williams was in the right track, but they did it wrong. If you are doing a Riri Williams, if you are doing someone that gets the tech and gets the powers by chance, you can do it in the far future. You can say that she finds old tech, old star tech. She gets recognized because she has some blood of Tony Stark. Maybe she is the great granddaughter. And she gets the armor, learns how to use it. You get her through the eye from Tony Stark to get to know her great grandfather that is long dead, but he needs her to take the new Iron Man or Ironheart role. You can do it right if you know how to write it. But you need to know how to write it, and these people don't know shit.
Nope.
No, and they don't care about the legacy of these characters. They just are like, oh, he's a man. Let's just switch it to a girl, make him better.
Yeah, that's exactly the
Perfect.
point.
Sorry,
And
not better. Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bestest
Perfect.
ever.
have you ever
Yeah.
read the Tales of Gilgamesh, the Epic of Gilgamesh?
No.
It's a Mesopotamian tale that it was written. It's on the few written pieces of knowledge that produce. It was set on stone, maybe on geode.
Oh.
But no. Yeah, that's pretty much my take. Like, I don't really like mantle passing. Unless the person's still alive, and yeah, it's just really messy. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
And-
cumbersome.
like I would say like another example of like something that didn't really work was like after the Civil War storyline in the comics when Captain America was assassinated and they gave the Captain America identity to Bucky. It was like another example of it would work on paper, but again, it just didn't really work because if you really think about it, it didn't last that long.
No, you need someone with his same morals
Yeah.
as Cap because Bucky used a gun.
No, maybe Bucky was a right choice. Maybe Bucky being the moral uh, opposite of Captain America was something that needed to be told in a right way, and that's the point. Again, they
Yeah.
turned Bucky into Captain America and tried to make Bucky the character into Steve Rogers. That doesn't work. You cannot make a character something that it is not. Just because you change clothes, it doesn't mean you become another person. It doesn't work like that, you know? So he gets the clothes, but he is still Bucky Barnes. He is still the Winter Soldier. He is still an assassin. What are you doing with that? How are you trying to? Yep,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
it
yeah.
will be a landslide.
Yeah, yeah. God, this stream has been fun. This has been good. Oh man. Okay, so I guess I'll finally sound off with my thoughts on Mantles. I mean, Danny brings up a very good point. Like, no matter how much you can enjoy them, you still like are saying, when's so and so gonna come back? And it almost feel like when that happens, it's almost like a waste of time because it's like it's one thing if it happens once, but when it's several times, it's just like, well, you at that point this is just meant to pass the time. So it's just like it feels like it doesn't feel as unique anymore when it's a constant thing. Like I feel like now, if you look in comic lore, Wally West was the Flash in comic lore for over 2 decades over Barry Allen. 2 decades. So if you think about it, for a whole generation, a lot of people grew up with Wally West as their Flash. Even though a whole generation before him was Barry Allen, and now the generation after the Wally West generation are a Barry Allen generation. So I do commend DC or whoever's running DC at that time to stick to their guns and have
Yeah.
Wally truly live up to that, because you're lucky if you get 6 months to a year at best, but 2 decades, dude, that's unparalleled. And if you guys know of another one, I mean, please tell me, because I don't know of another. And obviously, Batman Beyond is excellent. It's great. Love that one as well.
Spider-Man. I was thinking about the Spider-Man 19. Okay, however it is. My brain is not great with
2099.
numbers. I'm trying to say
Oh.
99 instead of 99.
I don't really call it that one as a passing of the mantle,
No,
because Miguel O'Hara feels way too much like his own unique character,
Yeah,
which
it
I
is
love.
a lot.
His powers are
It's a lot
distinct.
different, and even the Venom on that universe is completely different. But
I really love the 2099.
So
Yeah.
good, so good.
2099.
What about the
Thank you.
Green
Thank you very
Lanterns?
much.
I mean, they're not really passing the man. Well,
They're a core, but I mean, but at one point there was a mantle passing because of what Hal Jordan had with the Parallax incident. Was it? I can't remember if it was Kyle Rayner or
It was
John
Kyle.
Stewart.
Yeah,
Kyle
he
Rayner.
actually became part of Parallax.
And Kyle Rayner for one point in time, and once again, this is the whole generation thing. And
Yep.
that 70s rock fan, you're right, it's working. But no, there is a generation of
now-
people who grew up with Kyle Rayner as their Green Lantern.
Yeah,
So
but
when
now we have a kid, a fucking twat, that hacked into the Green Lantern.
is she a Mary Sue?
She's American.
Oh, it's Teen Lantern.
Yeah, Twat Lantern.
And she didn't. She
Twat
got.
Lantern.
I don't think she hacked into. I think she got that glove thing.
No, she hacked. She hacked the Green Lantern.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because it's like a computer. They turned it into it's like some sort of computer, and she's so smart that she hacked
It was
into it.
You
part
notice the
of the
theme?
primal energy of the universe. How that works as a computer, I don't know.
Well, you notice the theme with these women that automatically just fall into their roles and are the best
Yep.
at what they do.
Because they don't believe in mantles as we see them. We see a mantle as a role that you take and a persona that you take to fulfill a role. If the role is not fulfilled, maybe the persona is needed.
No, they're just like, here's the ring.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to go through any of the trauma or anything else that Hal Jordan did. You get to pass all that, and you're the strongest ever. And
But
anything that comes your way, you're able
when
to.
you get the superpowers of another superhero, you are stepping in bigger shoes that you have ever been.
That's
You
good.
are
You're supposed to live up to what
yeah.
preceded you, right?
So that pressure is part of everything, and Hal Jordan had that pressure. He succumbed to that pressure.
All right, I just thought of another one I do like of Mantles, but none of them really die off. They just happen to, I guess, at times coexist. But I love Johnny Blaze, Danny
Ooh.
Ketch, and if you can give him a good
Oh, yeah.
writer, Robbie Reyes can be portrayed well. Because if we think about it, Robbie Reyes has all the best elements set up for a good, diverse
Is that
story.
the car one?
With the Dodge Charger
Okay.
muscle car, dude. I love muscle cars. So maybe, and I'll admit that could be the muscle car guy, me speaking. But
And
I mean,
that's-
between that and the handicapped brother he has, that gives him responsibility. That gives him something that he needs to come home to and say that kind of gives him his flaw. So
And
he's
that's a
not one of
mantle
those. Go
that
ahead.
you know it's a mantle.
Yeah.
It is a mantle. Being the Ghost Rider, it is a mantle.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I wish he stayed on the bike because it's Ghost Rider, not Ghost Driver.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah, but-
that's a very fair argument, of course. And I'll give you that gate time. It's just it is
Yeah.
if there's one thing though, like I do feel like I mean my issue with Reyes, he has all the makings of what could be a great story arc, but as far as comic books have done, no one has given him the proper due, in my opinion. But he was portrayed well on Agents of Shield. I mean, you saw how he's handling with thugs in L.A. Like that was cool as shit, and you really felt he was becoming Ghost Rider when he became Ghost Rider. And I feel like, okay, that's cool. That show of all the things made it feel like Ghost Rider, and yet with a Espanol twist. And I'm like, that actually worked. And it didn't rub you in the face about how he looked different. You saw him live with this struggle of surviving out in LA. That was
And with
badass.
that Espanol perspective, you can actually do something. You know that a lot of the Ghost Rider comes from westerns.
Yes.
Yes.
So, having someone that can fall into a Mexican stereotype from the westerns as a Ghost Rider, just saying, that is a damn good move. That is something that I want to see. If again, it's all about competency at this
Yeah.
point.
And for me, even as a kid, the first thing that appealed to me though when I saw the Ghost Rider comic was the motorcycle with
And the
leather
chain.
jacket and the
The
chain.
chain. Oh, dude,
the chain.
right?
That all worked. It just seems like when you put him in a car, it just kind of reduces him in a way. Like, on the bike, he looks so badass.
Well,
Yeah,
they did the.
I
Robbie
can
on a
see
bike.
it. It's like you have the horse and you get a cart
Right.
attached to the horse. It loses a lot of the impact.
Well, they did that BC Avengers thing, and like Ghost Rider was riding like a mammoth.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the of BC. Oh
Yeah,
god.
and there was like a flaming mammoth.
They called him the Rider, I think.
Yeah, just the rider, and he was like a flaming mammoth, and it didn't even look like a skull mammoth. It was just like a mammoth on fire. That was pretty much it. They didn't even
Oh,
make it look like
ouch.
skeletons.
Ouch. I can't see that. There's some I get the idea of doing prehistoric like takes, but there's just some things that you don't do prehistoric, and that is
Well, that's
proof that
another
that's one
mantle.
of them.
If you think about, there's also the Black Panther mantle.
Which now
And-
he'll always be T'Challa. Unless it's Shuri, they're never going to do T'Challa.
Okay, I heard it might be the girlfriend
Oh
of
my God.
T'Challa. What was her name? I don't even know.
Oh
her
god,
name.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because of Letitia Wright.
Not the
Yeah,
Doran Malaji,
Cheadle having a fit
the
over
other
her
ki-
I-
the other.
I would rather have Shuri.
Yeah, sure, it would be.
Yeah.
A better
Oh my!
Oh, speaking about Mantles,
Oh, I saw this and I wanted to say, please pick that, but someone else was talking, and I saw that.
yeah,
Oh my god!
Toxic is on fire. Man.
Oh, dude, this is it every
Oh my
night.
God.
Toxic Man Flu. He is the show in any chat. He is the show, and our YouTube community is all the more better with him. Like I love the Flu, and I've never enjoyed having Flu so much until I had the Toxic Man Flu.
God, and then there's the Phoenix. That's a mantle, I guess.
the Phantom.
Okay. Everyone's getting the Phoenix now in that new.
No, but have you ever read the Phantom?
Yeah,
The-
the Purple Phantom.
Yeah, the old.
Oh
Old
yeah,
school.
I
that
have not read
'97
it.
movie is
I've
so
seen
good.
the movie.
So good.
The Phantom is a mantle that you take on. And we have seen, actually, we had a Phantom of the future. The Phantom was Jewish. And if you can find this cartoon, it is a cartoon from the 90s. The Phantom is amazing. It's bloody amazing. I recommend it all the way. And you there see a mantle that has been passed throughout ages, and the way the mantle passes and the way they respect the ancestors, because the power of the Phantom is the power of the ancestors.
Well, it's kind of like
And
the Black Panther.
yeah, it's a lot. Black Panther is a copy of the Phantom. Then Lee did a bit, Kirby did a bit, and now is a whole different character. But for a time, it was the Black Panther. The Phantom is the original Black Panther.
Bro.
And yeah, you can see a lot of the way of passing a mantle, passing the torch, in the way the Phantom approaches death. He knows he will die soon. It is part of the curse of being the Phantom.
I think they said some of that. Yeah, if I remember the movie, like they said some of that. Like I never read it. I've seen the movie. Like I've seen the movie like 1,000 times when I
That
was
movie's
younger.
so good.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
So good.
The one scene that sticks with me a lot in that movie, I don't know why, it's so weird. It's when the bad guy is getting this other guy to look into the microscope, and then he like turns it, and then it says something inside, and then like a knife shoots out of it, and it just gets him right in the eye. And I don't know why. It's just that scene always like, ugh. I don't know why. Like that
because of the angle.
Yeah, and they get it perfectly. Like you just see the blade go
it's so-
right into his eye.
Oh,
So Danny, I gotta ask you. I feel like you've been taking a hit for the team and the
Oh,
community
God.
in
I knew it was
general.
coming.
Yeah, this is coming, man. Since you're reading a bunch of books that we don't have to, why don't you tell us about what you
Alright.
suffered through this week, and we'll
Let me
all
get my
listen.
notes. I got notes.
Oh, good, even better.
Because I'm not reading them all. God no.
every single note says, "I hate this. I want to die."
So let's just start with this. So DC did that Infinity Frontier
Okay.
thing. Well, now the books are coming out of it. So the one they did is the Joker book.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. How was that?
So the Joker's not in it at all.
Come on, what?
Now you will have the Joker in your Joker book, right?
The Joker is at the end on the last page.
Shocking.
It's all about
They pulled a Force Awakens
it's
on the
all
Joker.
about Commissioner Gordon. Well, he's not commissioner anymore. He gets hired to hunt Joker down and kill him. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Some rich woman says she will give him $25 million to bring her the body of the Joker.
And Gordon didn't slap her in the face with his cock.
I saw issue number 2. In issue 2, Joker's drinking this like blue milk from this weird creature.
But Bane's dead.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So Bane is dead. So it all starts off because the Joker's bombs went off in Arkham Asylum, and Bane is hanging there dead, and the police again don't trust Batman. They want to get rid of all masked vigilantes in the city. Oh, and then you remember that sidekick he gets, Punchline?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a backstory in it that the art looks like the art. It looks like a young adult novel.
Oh god damn it.
Again?
More of that shit.
I'm telling you, a lot of the backstory books are young adult novel arts. And
let me help Toxima and Flu with that.
yeah. So it's all
Perfect.
about her getting during a trial, and everyone wants her to be set free. And that's pretty much the story of the Joker. And that literally the Joker story is that he's hiding out in Belize. Oh my god. I just looked up.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Perfect.
I'm eating
Get out
a
of
cheese
that.
quesadilla right now. This is not helping.
So Gordon's gonna go hunt the Joker. He's gonna become a hitman now. Find the Joker, kill him because of everything he's done that's
Wait.
bad.
Gordon
Which he
has no.
So Gordon's like a merc now. He's in
Yeah.
And the morals that made Batman trust Gordon are in the garbage now.
Yeah, because of all the things he's done.
Well, Gordon's a white male, see, so he clearly needs.
Okay, have you seen the Red Hood movie? Okay.
Oh my god.
Guys are trying to outdo one another.
Wow.
Moving on
Yeah.
to Wonder Woman. Now, surprisingly, this one was actually good.
Is this the new Wonder Woman, the Brazilian?
No, not yet.
Oh, she looks lovely.
The new Wonder
the
Woman.
Joel Jones one.
The Wonder Girl,
Yara or whatever.
she looks amazing.
She looks
Yellow
like
Flash,
something they wouldn't usually draw.
Yeah, and Yellow Flash says she's actually well-rounded character. So
Yes.
I'm
I hear
interested
that's
in.
one of this whole future state thing. Like it's
Yes,
good.
Wonder Woman and some of the Batman books out of all the future state stuff is actually really good.
I have to admit, and I went into my comic shop and said, put all my DC. I'm not buying these. Just call me back in March.
No,
I didn't care if
the
you
future
just fell into
the future state stuff was horrible. It was all bad. Like the things you thought that were gonna be good was bad, and the things you thought that was gonna be bad was actually good.
Interesting.
So this Wonder Woman now, this isn't the Wonder Woman, the good Wonder Woman. This is just Diana. She comes back after Dark Knight Death Metal, which I kind of like. But she's in Valhalla. She gets sucked into Valhalla somehow.
She's a Greek goddess, right?
Yeah, somehow she gets teleported to Valhalla and she's in a battle.
So is that of War again?
Yeah. Well, hold on. She's in a fight, and then
Okay,
they said
you
we're
have
in...
played God of War, the last.
Yes, I've played all the God of War.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mixing things up.
Yeah, they're mixing
Another
things
know what
up
they're
now.
doing, right.
I don't know where they're going either, but it's kind of good because I do like the mythology of the Viking, and she's a warrior in this. She's
You
killing
should know
people.
the Nazis used
Amazon,
runes, so
not a
no, if you like runes, guess what you are?
And there's actually a panel in here where she is naked in a bed.
Okay. No, I'm interested.
And I was like, wow, I didn't think that panel was going to be in here.
In
So-
2021, are you sure they didn't censor it yet?
Is it a Black Label book?
No, well, I mean, you don't see anything, so it's not like if she's.
But still,
Okay,
just
so
a
we
doc as
can
the male
see
gaze.
Batman's cock, but we cannot see a Wonder Nip.
Yeah, no, we'll never. So it's an interesting take. Which change attention. Oh, it's an interesting
You
take
were reading.
where she's got to figure out why she's there and help out these people who are just trapped in a loop where you just keep killing over and over and over again. And she gets killed. Like they kill her over and over, and she just keeps coming back to life. Like they cut off her head at one point.
Holy Christ!
Oh,
So,
Isn't
wow.
she incredibly durable?
Well, I guess in Valhalla she can't fly either. In Valhalla she has like no superpowers. She's just
Okay.
a normal. And then the end of the book, all these books have backstories, more stories. It's called Young Diana, and it's another young adult art.
Oh,
No, come
boy.
on.
And I read the first 3 pages, and I'm like, nope, because I didn't. No, I couldn't. Like, it's about Diana learning about responsibility.
Oh.
Oh my
and-
god, I just had my period and my boyfriend is late and my
No,
classes
she's
are a
fine.
mess. And,
It's horrible.
oh my
Got
god.
I had the prom on Friday.
It's horrible. It just looks so stupid. And the kangaroo is in it too. I guess she's a kangaroo.
Sure.
Nothing is more Greek. Like, kangaroo!
She has a kangaroo that runs fast.
Damn.
I like kangaroos, but kangaroos have nothing to do with Wonder Woman.
No.
At all.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It's her pet, and it kind of talks to her.
A talking
I have to go buy
kangaroo.
this now. You realize I'm gonna go buy this because I have.
Yeah, it's Wonder Woman 770. And like I said, if you like the Viking stuff, that's pretty cool. I mean, you see her kind of naked in bed, and oh wait, I just noticed that
I'm a wonder. I'm a
ages
wonder
13
on
plus,
gender
it says.
studies, baby. Woohoo.
Yeah, I think that's most of the Marvel and DC stuff right now. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yep.
Well, now we're into Marvel, because everything else was just kind of. Well, here's Spider-Man. Oh, the new costume is in this one.
Mhm.
The
I
Pepsi
heard
Man?
about this.
That orange thing.
Pepsi Man.
He is technically now Spider-Man the influencer.
How? Hold on. What do you mean by influencer?
He's on YouTube.
Well, get ready. Just get ready. So he gets a new suit. J. Jonah Jameson's gonna help him out.
Why?
And
He came out. He revealed his identity to him a while back.
Yeah.
during Chip Zdarsky's run, which was actually good.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
It actually was good, and they actually had like a really deep emotional conversation to a point where JJ actually admitted defeat to Spider-Man, and then he unmasked himself to JJ, and it was
Yeah.
actually a really great, heartfelt issue. And I'm actually amazed that they didn't undo that after Chip Zdarsky left the book. It seems like nowadays there's a habit where when a writer wraps up the run of a book, they do this thing of putting the toys back in the box, and it's like, okay, now we gotta leave everything the way we left it when we started the run. The fact, I will give them credit for keeping that status quo element going, not just putting the genie back in the
Simpsons ending,
bottle.
or the everything is sunny on Philadelphia ending. That they get back to the status quo. No one understood anything. And
Yeah.
next,
so this Spider-Man book I was excited to tell you guys about because it is so horrible what they did to Spider-Man. So this new Spider-Man suit allows people that have virtual reality goggles to do what Spider-Man's doing
What?
Is there a
Wait,
reason for that? What's the
Make-
deal?
to make money.
Oh yeah, because
Uh,
Peter doesn't have a job after what
Yeah.
happened at Parker Industries. So is this like his gig until he can start paying the bills again?
Yeah, so J. Jonah Jameson and Nora Winters came up with this app that can go into virtual reality goggles and see what Spider-Man sees.
Oh Jesus!
So
Oh.
they can feel like Spider-Man when he's
Wouldn't
fighting.
that be actually dangerous for
I know what you're about to say, and they say that. Only it's on a time delay. Only J. Jonah Jameson can see.
Yeah, but if you are tracking Spider-Man, even a time delay is helpful. A lot. Like a lot.
Well, also but they also do. Where is it? Because I'm looking at the pages as I'm doing it.
Craven? Anyone?
You can
Craven?
subscribe and give them money, and then you get your comments read.
Oh, so you can pay to watch to basically get beat up in the perspective of Spider-Man.
Yes.
What about
also-
if Spider-Man has to take a leak?
Oh, I think the cameras
That must
go
be
off.
where the delay kicks in. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of has me intrigued. Maybe that, and I'm on the minority on my own panel. That's fine. You guys can disagree with me, but I feel like this is clearly something to hold you over until the next step.
Now, the audience gets to write the one-liners for Spider-Man now,
Oh, come
Oh,
on!
what?
and he has to say them.
Oh, boo!
Is he actually doing it though?
Yes,
or
he is
Unless
doing it.
he
He
is on
does
Friday
it.
Night
He
Tights.
does it, and he says the name of the person and where they are.
What?
Okay, unless he is in Friday Night Tights, that will end up in disaster.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
God! Well,
That's
yeah.
part of the subscription that you get.
Oh my God!
What the
What?
I'm a little bit
So
on the fence
is
with that
Pepsi
element.
Man influencer Pepsi Man
Oh wait, it gets better. Just wait.
better?
How
The
does it get better
audience
than
gets to
that?
do a
This is
poll.
taking that Denny O'Neil gimmick with killing Robin to a whole new level.
The audience gets to do a poll.
This is
Oh.
killing the audience. This is killing my neurons.
Because in this comic, he's fighting Hydro Man, Shocker, and who's the other one?
All the Z-listers.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Z-listers, and so the audience gets.
I love
to,
Z-listers, so I'm
Yep.
good with that part.
Does
I'm
a
very good
poll.
with that part.
Does a poll, and they get to decide what webs he uses and who
What?
he takes down first.
What?
What?
What do you mean? What
Say.
webs? Like
F.
Because he has different webs. Like he's got mesh webbing, muck webs,
Impact webbing.
impact web. I don't know what muck web is.
but didn't he used to do that just by the pressure he put on the web shooter?
Yeah, web muck and all this other stuff he gets to do.
But
And
now
then
does this new super suit like have different? Is that what the deal is? Like
yeah, it has all different webs inside of it.
kind of like
It's got-
the movie where you can
yeah.
right.
Because
So
it's got like
someone
electrical
can
webs.
literally handicap him using the wrong webs during
Yeah,
the fight.
but they can vote on enough, and if you and
What?
That's even worse.
yeah, the
that's
poll.
dumb.
It's also who you take out first, and what how you take
did
them
you
out.
saw what happened on the United States at the beginning of this year? Getting people to vote for something is never a good idea if you are. Ugh!
Well, unless
Don't get
it's
me
American
started on
Idol or
that.
something.
And the finale. You ready for this?
Oh no, I'm not ready.
After it's over, they say, okay, he says, now just say, this criminal apprehension is brought to you by you undies.
Oh,
Oh no!
And he says to Jonah, Jonah, there is no way I am going to say, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a little like a firecracker comes out of his suit, pops up in the air, and says, "Kapow, kapow! This is brought to you by you undies."
Oh my god!
oh.
What?
Yeah, and then that's it.
They are fucking with us, right?
That's it's got to be a joke.
How many issues are they going to do this for?
If I had to guess, probably 10. Like I said, it's from what I've gathered now. I've kind of picked out the pieces because he was out of a job. My guess is He's looking at something to hold him over so he can pay a few bills and then get back to his normal suit because he has gone quite a long time. This is so long he's gone without a job. But now that he's finally
But he was a millionaire.
he was, but eventually even the millionaire can eventually run out. Eventually, and the thing is, it's been quite a few years since that too. So now maybe that's finally starting to like slim down. That's just my guess here. I'm trying to be.
No, you know what I'm getting from this, and this is something that. Okay, we have heard Gary say directly on Friday Night Tights and on the Nooners that Spider-Man needs to be poor. Needs to be poor for the stories to work.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is doing a role like Gary does. This is a fucking insult on fucking YouTubers that disagree with them. What
And
bet?
in the comic, Shocker says, "I can't believe we got beaten by an influencer."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They are taking a jab at the community.
And that's it. That's the end of Spider-Man 61, where he is now a influencer.
Can I just say how stupid that sounds?
And they get to leave reviews, and he reads the reviews.
No.
And and according to what in the book, this is the people love it. They love being Spider-Man, seeing through your eyes.
If I got to play a VR, I'm not gonna lie. If I got to like see through it, I mean, would he like it? Probably not. But would I enjoy that? Yeah.
I love the undies part.
That's awful. That part's awful. I'm
remember, like, and you know what's sad? This is not the worst thing that Spider-Man's ever done.
Oh, of course.
No, I remember the Spider Boogie. Don't worry.
I'm at One More Day.
I was thinking One More Day myself.
Sorry, but I don't really like speaking about One More Day.
Good.
No one
Or
does.
the Clone Saga.
No,
besides Ben Reilly, that was the one good thing that came out.
I can find enjoyment in the Clone Saga. First of all, Stan Lee is the one that messed up the timeline. So it was supposed to be a 2-issue, 3-issue run, and it was Stan Lee that said, "No, this gotta be a series." And then the money man came and said, "You need to extend this series."
Yeah,
but you know what? If Stan Lee messed up with Spider-Man, I'm okay with that. But One More Day,
that was
it
horrid.
is not about Stan Lee. It is about disrespecting Stan Lee, disrespecting the way he wrote the moral character that he had. Because Peter Parker, even though is the death of Aunt May on the line, he will never take a deal with the devil.
No.
It's that easy because he is that strong on his convictions. And joining with the devil will be against Aunt May's soul.
Yep. And I think they're going to do it again in the MCU.
Oh, God.
It's the moment when they kill.
He's in there.
I heard about that.
I'm pretty. Once I figured out Mephisto was coming and they're doing this multiverse thing, I'm like, they're going to do One More Day because I think the license is going to go back to Sony. I don't think he's going to continue this Disney thing.
Well,
so how do they do it?
I mean, here's the thing, though. Sony loves the money that they're getting out of this. Sony sees as they get to do minimal work. They just basically, Marvel does the work and Sony gets the money. That's the thing. So do you think Sony's going to want to do more work? Because let's not forget that before this franchise went to Marvel Studios, they were losing a lot of money on this franchise. Yes. They were losing a lot to the point where they were not becoming profitable anymore. They weren't making money. They were losing it. That's why they went to them in the first place. Are they that confident? And personally, I don't know if they don't have what it takes to maintain putting them in. I mean, let's be real here. They're equally as bankrupt out of ideas too. They want to put out a movie on Aunt May. They want to do a movie on Arcade. They want a Silver Sable and Black Cat movie that we don't need, even though I like those characters.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know, they're building a universe. They need Spider-Man. I think they have the rights to the actual Peter Parker Aunt May, like the actual That's why
Yes.
it's so perverted in the MCU. And I think they might do one more day and split them into, they'll have 2 Spider-Mans and one will be Sony's and one will be Marvel's.
I would
Miles
not
will be
like
ours.
that.
Miles will be the MCU.
Oh yeah, see,
Okay.
oh man, that already sounds theatrically
I have a
exhausting.
massive problem with them misusing Miles Morales for a single thing. He is the only character from all the shit they have come up with that has literally stated, fucking shut up and hear the white man. He is the only one that was trying to restore being a hero, restore the Spider-Man morale, the
Yeah.
Spider-Man rules.
He was great in that Spider
Yeah.
Verse movie.
Oh, he was awesome.
Amazing. He
That
was
was his
shutting
best
up every single
part as a
SJW. He
character.
was working with his
It-
dad in some weird ways. The ending where he hugs his dad and Spider-Man hugs a cop is everything against what Antifa, what BLM, what every single one of these fuckers want. And Miles Morales respecting a white man, respecting Peter Parker, and saying another Peter Parker, you know what? You can be a hero like you used to be. You are not lost.
That
And
was
that
the
is
only
what we need.
story, in my opinion, that's been done well of the Miles Morales character. Because if you really think about it, Miles Morales is just a Peter Parker with a paint job.
Yeah.
But the right writers, once again, sometimes it's not
Is-
about a bad character. If you put a good writer, they can make a character likable. And that movie did do his character service.
Spider Verse.
He is what I call a reverse Joker. He fell into a bath of chemicals and came out black.
But
Yeah.
if they do Spider Verse Miles Morales in the MCU, I would not be upset about it because that's a great Miles Morales.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've watched that one a lot of times. I'm like, this is great.
When I'm down, I watch that movie, and my dog is called Miles Morales because of the message of that movie. Return
movie's
to the
excellent.
traditional family, return to the traditional
Yes.
ways of seeing the world, even though you are a minority, even though you are supposed to be outside of that. Because true heroes take the part of society that elevates everybody and make it part of who they are as a whole. Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, they all held the same outlook of justice, not about a trial system, not about the police, about people do wrong things. Someone needs to get in the middle.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, I don't think we'll ever see stories like that again for a very, very long time.
That's why we
We
need.
are the history like that. We are standing in the middle of these fuckers destroying everything we have loved from the get-go. I'm sorry, I'm a bit worked up
Go
because
ahead, dude.
That's fine.
but
Because guess what?
You sound like me.
we are in the middle of this fight. We never had to be in any fight. We only wanted to see the characters on comic books there to be able to even bring them to our children, to our daughters, to our sons. We want to share the values of our civilization and why this civilization has lasted that long. Because we are not fucking around by killing each other. We are setting finally rules about who gets to decide, and who gets to decide? No one. You are the owner of your life. You go and do whatever you want, and if what you want is to protect others, that's sacred. And that's the hero, that's the superhero. Yeah, they have powers, but the responsibility is something that they take for themselves. That is what separates them from the villains. The villains are the ones that take that power for themselves.
Right.
Is the moral
Yeah.
that you are free, and being free to choose, you choose the right thing.
Dude. Laying the SmackDown Pablo. Man. All right, guys. I hate saying this.
Oh,
Go,
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead. No. Go
No.
ahead. Sound up.
Well, I
Danny.
got one more.
Yeah,
if you
lay
guys
it
can
out.
handle it.
Lay it out.
I read. I don't know why. Where is it? Children of the Atom.
You brave man.
You
I'm
are
so sorry.
stunning and brave. Not just brave,
Yeah.
stunning and brave.
Oh, it was.
If I could, I would shake your hand.
You just made Amazing Spider-Man 61 look like a very good book now. Good job.
Yeah.
It was something. It was. I mean, well, okay. Let's just get into it. The characters. Do you know their names? Oh my God, do you know their
No.
names?
Go on. This will be a last thing before we wrap. Tell us.
All right. There's Cherub. He is the. He's supposed to be, I guess, Angel.
What?
There's Marvel guy who looks like a luchador. There is now. I'll leave her for last. There's Gimmick.
She's called Gimmick.
Now
What's her power?
wait. There's Daycrawler.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
Come
I
on.
get it. Nightcrawler.
Yes, and he does exactly what Nightcrawler does, but he can do it in the daylight.
But Nightcrawler can do it in the day too.
And his puff of smoke is white and like just light. Yeah, it's
He's
light.
a vaping Nightcrawler.
And then there is the leader,
Oh no.
Cyclops Lass.
What?
Lila
Cyclops
from
Lass.
Futurama.
Cyclops Lass. Like that's,
Yeah, Lila. From, have you ever seen Futurama?
yeah, I've seen Futurama.
Yeah, Turanga Lila.
Cyclops. No.
Okay.
It's Cyclops Lass.
LASS.
God.
Yeah.
Dude. That sounds almost that's like the second worst sounding book besides the New Warriors.
No, I
Oh.
have to go by this too, just to read it.
Yeah, right. Like it's like
So-
a part of me is like morbidly curious just to
Exactly,
make fun
right.
of it.
Okay, good idea. Give your son a PSP. Bad idea. Give your son PCP. You know what? These kids were grown with drugs. A lot of drugs. Shut up and smell your glue, son. I'm watching TV.
Hey, I just got an idea. So if you guys are up for it, if you guys are down, of course, I know mostly on here are down now that I can be consistent on Friday evening. We should like do like a story time portion of Children of the Atom. Story if you guys are down, I'll do it.
I already did it.
No,
Lady
like but we'll do by actual dialogue.
Like,
Let's
Lady
go all the way.
Cyclops.
Let's commit to this.
Wait a
Let's
minute,
Lady
no, hold on.
Cyclops, she has
might
only
have a
one
problem.
eye but two vaginas.
I don't know if I can figure out which cell to go to next. That's the problem.
I'm just saying we should actually like read some pages and like read the actual dialogue. I think this would be very fun to laugh and have drinks about.
Like
Love it.
Or have
it's
nightmares.
just, like so Daycrawler, he looks just like Nightcrawler, but he's Asian.
Of
Who wrote
course.
this? Who's the writer?
Vita Ayala.
Yeah.
Whoever that person is.
Mr.
deserves to be
Negative,
fired.
did he was
She-
created by Mr. Negative?
She's
Also-
one of those identity politics types.
Gimmick is the
Gimmick. Oh my
POC.
god.
and she is the Gambit
People
like one.
of crap. POC.
Gambit. She's the Gambit one, but from what I can tell, she doesn't throw cards. She looks like she's throwing cherry bombs, or they look like
Cherry bomb.
I think so, or they look like
Like gold balls? Like he threw gold balls? Like
yeah, I don't know. They look like little cherries, or sometimes they look like little sticks with olives through them. I don't know. Marvel
Dr.
guy.
Aaron?
I'm picking
Marvel guy looks like a luchador. Like he looks like, but he's fat.
Of course.
Well, I mean, he's got muscles, so he's
Yeah,
a big.
but he's
Yeah, but if
robot.
you are doing a Latin X because they love that word,
He is. He is.
okay, they have this worry about stereotypes while they do the most stereotypical thing they can do. If you go for a Latin American character, it's obviously Mexican because Mexico is everything about Latin America. It's not like it's in North America, you bunch of. It's in the other side of the continent. Also, luchadores are a small portion of what Mexico is. It's just a small, tiny bit, but they love hanging around these bloody stereotypes because you know what? That's safe. They don't know anything else.
And there's a lot of politics in this book.
Oh, you don't say. I mean,
Who would have
I'm
guessed?
I, I'm in disbelief that
Because there's a white guy in there. Because they're in school, and there's this white jock and this white cheerleader, and they talk about how they hate the mutants, how they're flooding the world with medicine that's really killing us.
Oh my god. Okay. I want to read this book for a story time. I really
I'm
do.
getting it.
Okay. Hey, whichever, if you want to jump on next Friday and we can read this, dude, let me, if you're down, please, you're invited next Friday. Let's read this. I think this would be funny to laugh at.
Oh, I'm so okay. If we're gonna read this, I'm not gonna tell you the ending because
No. We'll actually we'll leave this a surprise, but
This is the number one.
Yeah, this is number one. And yeah.
Children of the Atom number one. I'm gonna write it down so I'm going to my
Okay,
shop
if
tomorrow.
we are
probably
jumping,
have to be like Children of the Atom 2021 because there is another one like that.
Children
if
of
we
the
are
Atom.
jumping from the building, we are doing it right.
dude,
Yes.
Get your alcohol ready.
Let's jump off the building together.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
your alcohol. We
Yeah.
are getting this.
This is gonna get nasty. Okay,
Oh,
I think we got a
there are
panel
things
set
I
for
didn't tell
Friday.
you, and I can't wait.
No. We're gonna do this. This will be our panel next Friday. That's it.
Right.
It's just,
Don't. But if you guys get, no one opened the book. No one opened the book till
okay.
Friday.
Oh, the challenge. Okay, fine. Done.
All new,
Done.
all woke Marvel. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God. This the panel, the art. I can't wait for you guys to. Oh God.
Oh, it's gonna get
So
interesting.
you want us to open it live next week for the first time?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
Dude, this is gonna be good.
If I open it, you mean getting it illegally from the internet? Yes.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
All right,
do-
guys.
Yeah.
This is that moment here, and we're gonna start plugging in some channels. Austinator, plug in your channel, buddy.
While I'm not necessarily a great influencer, like Spider-Man is, and no, I am not an actual rock. If anyone's gonna ask, I have a YouTube channel where I think I'm at 124 subscribers. I am trying to reach my goal of 150. So, and I do a bunch of stuff over there, like game streams. I do a show called Shadow Eye where we just reviewed Superman and Lois episodes 1 and 2. We got Splash Talk tomorrow where we're just gonna read we're just reading fan fiction, and that's gonna be interesting because we're reading Batman and Batgirl fan fiction. So yeah, wish me luck. And I do a wrestling show
Ooh,
and play
nice, dude.
games. So just go check all that stuff out. And I got Twitter at the Austinator17 if you ever want to be updated on when I stream. Nick, thanks for having me on.
Hey, my pleasure. But hey, dude, word on the street is you just hit 125. So let's all give you
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey bud, it's been good having you again. I look forward to next Friday. This is gonna be a very interesting one.
Yes.
Be ready. So, all right, Austinator, let's move on to the excellent geek tropology.
I'm Leox Casey, and tonight my fist is not only going inside me, baby. Be ready. I'm Geek Tropology. I have a channel that is called Geek Tropology, and I'm an angry asshole. But at least I'm a good asshole.
I love it. You know what? That's so he's a rock fan. He's probably right. That's probably the ending, but we won't discuss it. All right, Danny, plug it in.
I'm Explorer of the Internet verse now. I don't know why it didn't change from Explorer of the Multiverse. I don't have a channel right now. I'm still working on getting things set up. So soon, hopefully. And yeah, I'm on Twitter. No, I don't post much. I usually retweet funnier things. And I'm usually on panels with Nick all the time. And I'm in the chats of other channels. So yeah, that's about it.
Excellent. And of course, our brand new guest who already has agreed to come back next week. Hey, dude, thank you for joining us and now already being so willing to hang out. It seems like this is a good fit.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Nick. I really appreciate it, and it was a blast. I had a great time, and
Excellent.
like minds hook up. It's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Well, tell us about your channel, dude. Tell everyone where we can find you. Obviously, you got some new faces around the chat and obviously even amongst the panel. So,
Yeah. Some of these folks in the chat I am familiar with from other streams and whatnot, but Geek Time TV. That's the name of the channel, and we're kind of different. It's not just me. I have a couple of people that went in with me, so we have a little kind of a staff. I figured that was the quickest way to get content up and quickly populate the thing and move forward. I don't know how many will survive in the long run, but in the long run. So that's about it. I'm on Twitter and Faceplant and Insta Whack and all those things.
yes. All right. And then the final, well, I guess that's me. Yeah, that's me. You know me, you know how to find me because you're listening here on my channel. But of course, I will be back on Howling About Entertainment with Jake D Sunday. I've missed that panel for a long time, so I'll be back on there Sundays with Jake. And of course, I got my Tuesday night 32 Flavors of Entertainment, Friday Night Comic Talk. I'm like yelling at Park Cars with Comics Division. I've got a few videos I'm working on right. Also, Xflix and Chill with Latino Slant on Thursday night. But I gotta mention I'm working on a few metal videos, so I'm really happy with how they're turning out. I'm gonna promote some excellent underground music, and I've got an awesome pizza place in Chicago I'm gonna be talking about real soon. So you all keep your eyes and ears open, and I promise to deliver all the entertainment in spades. Till we all do this again, you all have a magical, wonderful evening.